Thank you. Welcome to another episode of the PoliChat Podcast. We are back again to discuss issues affecting West Nile and Uganda at large. And today is a very different episode because you will realize that of late, young people have been showing interest in participating in the politics of this country, most especially the upcoming elections, as aspirants. And indeed, as West Nile, we need leaders with ideas to represent us both at the local and national levels. And today I have a very interesting guest with me, and we shall be discussing how young people can be at the center of moving West Nile forward. And allow me straight away introduce him. That is none other than Agadribo Emmanuel. Most people know him as a Monopoly bad character. We shall be having a conversation with him. We all know he has ambitions to contest as a member of parliament, but he will be telling us more about that. You're most welcome to the show.
Thanks for being on this platform. Yeah. I think it's my first time being on a political platform like this. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, good to have you. Let us start with there was a recent post by the president of Uganda Musicians Federation about the copyright amendment draft bill that has been sent back to parliament after a meeting with the president.
Yes.
And so the hope is that the copyright law will be coming in place very soon. Give us your take on the copyright law that will be coming.
The copyright law, of course, for us in the art industry, that gives us a smiley face. We think it is a good initiative, especially us who feel we've not been benefiting so much from the art industry.
Yeah.
So we feel maybe we're going to have a bigger cut of what we've been fighting for. The only avenue in which we've been making money has been through stage. You understand? But when the copyright law comes in, maybe we shall get so many sources of getting money. And art is timeless. Art is timeless, and it is something that could even benefit you, even your kids, when you're not here. But before these laws coming in place, we've been seeing how artists have been suffering when they don't even release the new music because making money has been who is trending. You understand? But the laws are not going to. The laws will widen it a little. You will be getting revenues from all angles. So I feel that is a good take.
As a country, we have a history of having very good laws in place, but the challenge has been the implementation bit of it. So do you think that in case we have the copyright law in place, the implementation will satisfy the people who are supposed to benefit from it, most especially the musicians?
Things concerning with laws is a little tricky. Just like even I'm a Christian, even in Christianity, Jesus only gave us 2 laws. But out of the 2, others still break it. You understand?
Yeah.
So Jesus says, love your neighbor as you love yourself, love God with your soul, your heart, and everything. He only gave us 2, but still people don't follow that. So I feel.
So that means the artist may not necessarily benefit from the law. That's what you're saying. When it comes to the implementation bit of it.
After the implementation, of course, now it depends on how we are going to attack this. We could also benefit from that. Setting the laws straight and knowing people who don't abide by the law, what penalties will be given to them. You understand? That will help guide us a lot.
Okay. Well, let us transit from that and have a conversation about another transition from music to politics.
From music to politics.
Yes, from music to politics. So what inspired you to pursue politics? Given that you're having a successful career in music in West Nile, your name has been sounded nationally as well. But why are you making that transition from music to politics?
It depends on what you call success. Anyway, I feel I should have. I feel I should have not. I'm not there yet in terms of the success that you're calling.
Well, I didn't say you're successful. I said you're already gaining success.
I'm already gaining success. Anyway, from where I started, yes. But definitely in life there comes a point where you feel you need to go and try out other things. And I feel especially young people in my constituency, in the place where I come from, I feel they have taken a back seat of politics. And yet we actually constitute the biggest number of people who send the leaders in the parliament.
Yes.
And we are not using that to our advantage, the numbers, you understand? Instead, the leaders come and take advantage of us. There's even this saying that if you want to contest, if you want to win a seat of a member of parliament anywhere, make sure you have the youth because there are very many. Make sure you have the women. Make sure you have the young people. You understand? And then the young people shy away. Yet this is our own opportunity to benefit from the cut. You understand? To benefit from what is going on. Because democracy is all about numbers. We have the numbers. Why? How about we come also out and speak about these things ourselves? We go and represent the values that we want on our society to move on. So that is how I got inspired, yeah? Because moving around, even going home, people look at me as now they're light. Every time the border stages, you go there, they feel, "Hey, brother, why don't you do such and such a thing for us?" You understand? Me, I feel I can do that when I have the bigger office. Yeah.
Well, most times when people show interest in politics, they say, we have been given the mandate by the people, just like you're saying now.
Yeah.
And I wanted to understand from you the challenges you've discovered. I understand you have interest in Maracha East constituency.
No, it's Maracha Constituency.
Maracha constituency, sorry.
Yes, let's make that straight.
Yes, Maracha constituency.
Yeah.
What are the primary challenges facing the people of Maracha constituency? You could talk about the youth. You could talk about the youth. You could talk about the constituency as a whole.
Of course, we have a number of challenges as I've been moving around. I grew up from this place. Much as I've studied outside. Much as I've studied outside. But of course, when going back, there are a number of factors that we feel they should be put in place for us to all benefit from a society. So me, one of the things that I feel the youth face is things like unemployment, which is rampant all over the country. And Maracha, of course, is not left out in that. We're facing that a lot of that challenge. So I feel I should come and have a say on that. You understand? I feel... If people listen to the ideas that I'm bringing on table along that line, it could help our society thrive. Yeah.
Apart from the unemployment that the young people face, what other challenges do you identify?
Of course, there are a number of challenges. We talk about even the health sector. We talk about the education. I don't know if you want me to break them down.
Yeah, sure, you can go ahead.
Especially the health sector, where I come from. We, over the years, Maracha East constituency, I think we don't have an ambulance, especially where I come from. You understand? How about people giving me the mandate to go lobby for such a thing so that we make sure we have an ambulance home for our people in the health sector. And when we talk about the agricultural sector, which I think would actually employ a lot of people, Maracha basically has been a tobacco growing district for over the years. You understand? For over I've known and I've been born. We've been in tobacco, but to my surprise, there is no even a processing industry of tobacco home. You understand? So I'm thinking that if given the mandate, how about we have a processing industry home? It could even help employ so many of our youths in such industries. So those are the things that I'm coming to talk about. Yeah.
Let us discuss, now that you've mentioned the health sector, let us dive deeper.
Yeah.
You've talked about the lack of ambulances. We have our young mothers who want to give birth. We have our mothers, pregnant women who want to give birth, and sometimes these limitations come because of the lack of transportation facilities. But also, most of our health centers do not have drugs. Most of our health centers do not have sufficient staff, to take care of the patients that come through. What do you think that our leaders are not doing right now that has put us in this position?
In the health sector, me, I feel, especially where I come from, I'm going to dwell so much on where I come from. Even the hospitals themselves, like you've said, they have no drugs. I think most of the people that are always referred are mostly referred in a rural hospital. And we don't have even a very big hospital that could help treat my own people from home. You understand? So we are coming as youth. I'm coming as me and saying, okay, how about we also have an hospital here at home that can treat people, that could even have an ICU unit. You understand? These are the things that are not...
Well, for for the constituency to have a hospital, I think it has a lot of factors that come in play, and Maracha has a referral hospital very close to it. The proximity between Maracha and Arua city is very close, and it is central as well. So many other districts refer serious cases here, but I wanted you to specifically point out what you think the leaders are not doing right in terms of how to improve the health sector. Let's say in Maracha constituency, what is it that these leaders are not doing right that you would want to change as an aspiring leader?
Me, I feel the hospitals, these people don't even move around to check. You understand? We elect them at times, but they take long going to see what is even taking place on ground. And I feel that should change.
All right, let us talk about the education sector. You move around our schools. Some of the schools don't have enough classrooms. You may find that our education sector in West Nile, especially the outskirts of Arua city and particularly some district, Maracha inclusive, are not doing well. Have you had a chance to visit some of the schools within the constituency, and what are some of the challenges you have identified on your part as an aspiring leader?
I've visited a number of schools. I've been in entertainment, and at times we've been called to these schools to entertain people, and of course there are a number of challenges that people face, that the students face, even the teachers themselves. We feel which is not enough. Even in terms of grading, I think my district has been so low in terms of getting those higher grades of students that pass through, even let me say the O-level, P7, and even in HSC. We've been having a low count. I think this is also so much attributed to the facilities not being enough. You understand? That is what I'm seeing home.
Okay. Let us understand. Usually of late, young people have identified themselves with the opposition because they feel whatever is happening right now is not okay, and therefore the government in power is not doing any justice to them. So they prefer to join the opposition parties. As Emmanuel, where is your home? Which political party are you affiliated with?
Honestly, I think I'm coming independent.
Okay.
I'm coming independent. I want to hear voices from all walks, from all colors, let me say. I want to hear the voices from the yellow, from the red, from the blue, from the green. I feel standing in the middle would help me achieve that best, because there are people who will shy away when they know you have affiliated with some political party, bringing their ideas and views to you. That is how I feel.
Okay. Although many people say also that when you want to advocate better, you'd rather be part of the ruling government so that you can be able to be in the system and really convince them to bring things home. Do you also believe in that school of thought?
Yeah, of course. I do believe in that school of thought, especially with democracy calling for numbers. They always they want to have the bigger numbers to themselves. But of course, it depends on the values that you're bringing on table. If what you're bringing is helping everyone, many can also see that and get to your side.
Okay. Let us discuss the youth who have the majority numbers in this country.
Yes.
As an entertainer, you have a very good connection with young people.
With the young people, yeah.
And how do you intend to use this connection to engage and also empower young people in your constituency?
Like I said, I'm coming up to speak for them. I feel, let me go represent with people like me. People who have a lot of dreams to achieve, but because we feel our hands are tied in one way or the other, we feel some policies do not favor us, maybe, or we feel some policies are not being put right in my constituency. So I feel the youth should come and we build this thing together.
Okay. When you talk about lobbying, it is not easy to lobby.
I know.
As an independent or as an opposition member, because the government has interests that the ruling party, in other words, they prefer to listen to the people that subscribe to their views,
to them,
that are within the party. And I'm just wondering whether this will not be a challenge for you to achieve, to be able to bring back development, to be able to lobby for your people, that you don't speak the same language with the government.
Like I said, the ideas that you bring on table, if it helps everyone, of course, the ruling government, you want to rule people who are healthy, whether they are in opposition or not. So if I'm bringing you an issue of health that is pressing my people, because you want these people alive, who knows, maybe after some 2-3 years, they could change their mind and be like, oh, we've been helped along this line.
Yeah.
So you need them. So you know that what I'm bringing, if it is helping my people health-wise, and my people are going to be alive in years to come, you will need them. So it is up to you to know that what I'm bringing is right.
Over the years, the government, especially the president, has made pledges, particularly to the people of West Nile, of which most of these pledges have not been fulfilled. I think in 2023, the president was here, and he met the musicians of West Nile. Were you part of that team?
I wasn't part of that team, but I got to know a few things that were pledged.
Exactly, and I think he had pledged a state-of-the-art studio, including the equipment for the artists in West Nile.
Yeah, I remember.
As an aspiring leader, have you taken time to follow up this pledge? You know, when you put yourself in position of leadership, now you have to
you have to follow.
Yes.
No, honestly, I didn't take so much to follow what is there, because I feel maybe there are leaders who are there already in that lineage. We have people like Jem Kennedy who have been...
Who I believe you're a friend.
Yeah, he's my good friend.
Have you asked him about whether...
I tried asking, but he said they're still pushing on and on. So, but he told me, I think we have now an office. So,
okay.
But what he was telling me also, we need to unite more. We need to unite more, because there's no way you go there and bargain for those things when you're alone. We need a collective voice and a collective effort. Yeah.
Now, let us talk about infrastructure, our state of the roads in West Nile. Again, as an entertainer, you've had a chance to move.
Yeah, I've been moving around.
Particularly the region.
Yeah.
What is your assessment of the state of roads in West Nile?
Honestly, the assessment of roads in West Nile is so terrible. At least that is not a public secret. Everyone knows that. Even just to begin with, the road that even brings people to our
from Kampala to Arua.
From Kampala to Arua, the road that brings everyone. You see how the road is. So many potholes. So many. You can see how the state of the road is so terrible. I mean, the road is. The infrastructure. Let me talk about the infrastructure generally. It's not appealing.
We're not doing well.
It's not appealing.
We're not doing well.
Yeah.
We have what we call the West Nile Parliamentary Caucus, that comprises of members of parliament from across West Nile, who are supposed to advocate for matters to do with West Nile. For the last 5 years, you could conclude that there's nothing that has been done so far. But what do you think is our challenge as a region? Why do you think we have failed to advocate for the things we truly think we deserve?
I think there's a lot of disunity among our leaders in our region. You get?
Yeah.
There are things that we could advocate for as when we unite together. Like, let me go back to the road that I've been telling you, the Madiokolo to Arua Madiokolo Road. We all know it is a road that links everyone in West Nile. So how about... We've not even heard of them coming together, speak about this thing. I think I saw 1 or 2 leaders come to speak about it, but then the Koboko, how about them coming together and maybe even putting up a strike? A leader from Koboko coming up, a leader from Maracha coming up, Jumani and Moyo, how about them coming up and putting up a strike on such a road, because we know it is a road that links everyone in West Nile.
Yeah.
So I feel they're not uniting enough for the same cause.
So if they could unite, actually we could.
Yeah, if they could unite and have the same voice. Just like, let me give you an example of the coffee. Remember the coffee bill that the central leaders tabled? They all came together because they knew now this is touching them. You understand? But when they came together, they laid it on table. But now, from where I come from, just imagine now tobacco has been like that for over these years, and we don't even have an industry. How about we are having all these leaders together and tabling the same thing? We have a leader from Arua tabling this thing. We have a leader from Koboko, from Nebi, Zombo, and all these other districts. Them coming together and saying, okay, let's first fight for this district to have this industry, and then after that, we also get for Arua to have such and such a thing.
I would love us to discuss agriculture. You know, as a region, we've been known as the region that is so much into agriculture, in as much as we are not performing so well right now. But I know you've mentioned tobacco as one of the cash crops that we grow, particularly in
my area,
in your area.
Yeah.
But what is your general assessment of agriculture in Maracha constituency?
Agriculture generally is also not living.
Are we doing well?
We are not doing so well. I feel we are left. We have not I think our agriculture should get now into we should mechanize agriculture.
Yes.
Issues of now getting hose.
I think government has been at the forefront of trying to push that through the different programs. Operation Wealth Creation came in. I think now every sub county I think now has a tractor or something like that.
But do the leaders get to ground and see what is there? Do the leaders get on ground and know? Because these things are done. These things are maybe said and put in place, but on paper, you understand, are they practical enough for our people home to know that everyone is benefiting from this? Is the tractor there? Do people use it?
Someone would say, in as much as you may not be in politics right now, you are in a position of leadership because you influence a good number of people, not only in your constituency but also across the region. And someone would be asking now that if you knew this challenge, wouldn't you come out and say, you know what, we have tractors in sub counties, people should make use of them? Someone would question why you don't come out when you know this, even though you may not be a political
what
leader.
am I doing right now? What am I doing right now? Coming up to speak about these things where we are saying, okay, let every sub county have a tractor that at least can dig for the people. Understand? So this is why we are coming out. Okay, I'm also bringing an idea. What I want to bring in Maracha is okay. What about each sub county having a crop of its own? You understand? Take an example of onion. How about a sub-county like Jomoro, a sub-county like Oluvu, a sub-county like Awiziru, back home? How about them having one crop that they forefront? You understand? And then we go out, look for market for them.
So you mean every sub-county plants a specific crop? They specialize in it.
Yeah, you specialize in one crop and then we go look maybe for market out. But those are the ideas that we are bringing on table.
Why have you brought this idea? Why do you think this idea can work?
I think this idea can work because generally Maracha has been known for the marungi, the local drug that people normally chew. We've been known for that. But now I'm thinking, when they talk about Maracha, how about Maracha is known for onion growing? You understand? In terms of the agricultural sector, because take for example the districts away from West Nile. Like when one talks about Kabale, you'll be thinking about Irish potato, and I'm thinking also, why don't we also have that crop that is known, Maracha is known for outside there. Yeah.
Okay. I think we've discussed constituency, some of the challenges facing it as well, and all, but I would love to shift our attention nationally. Because you'll be a national leader. If people of Maracha constituency give you the mandate, what is your assessment of the rule of law in Uganda?
The rule of law?
Yes. Do you think we are performing well? Do you think the rule of law or democracy is being respected in this country?
Of course, it can never be 100%. It can never be 100%. I mean, we are
so in proportion. Which do you think it is being respected more than it is violated, or it is violated more than it is respected?
I think for now, to a greater extent, democracy is being followed. At least it's now not like the way it used to be. You understand? Nowadays, people from all walks can stand in from whatever values you want to stand for. You understand? And it's no longer so much of a bloodshed like it used to be.
Are you sure?
Anyway, according to what we read in books, yeah,
Mm.
at least there's a little bit of peace. There's a little bit of peace in terms of the democracy, like people deciding on their own. They all these MPs coming to place. Me, I feel like 70%.
That we respect the rule of law and democracy in this country. But we're talking about scenarios where opposition leaders are picked in drones. We're talking about scenarios where even in the previous election, Andabati Yusuf, I think people know him as Opingopi. He was abducted during election day. He was nowhere to be seen in Daringa. Here in Arua, Adad Salim was also picked. And things like that. Does it really point towards having a good democracy?
That's why I didn't say it is 100%.
You have given it 70%, which is very high.
70, and then the 30, of course, there are many loopholes. Like the rule of law, like they even recently concluded elections in
Kawempe North, yes,
where even the journalists were beaten and brutalized. Of course, it is something that we don't want our country to get into. We always advocate for peace, and we always advocate for unity, for love among ourselves. That is what we normally do.
Okay. What would be your message to aspiring leaders like you, especially young people who are coming into the political space right now, especially in West Nile, not only in your constituency?
Yeah. To the young people, let's come up and speak up about these things that we feel are not going right. Because at the end of the day, if we don't, now people like, wow, we've started having kids. Our kids are going to ask us what we did when things were going wrong. And when you don't speak, just like we're also blaming our parents somewhere, like especially home. We normally have a chat with parents, and you're like, how about why didn't this go right? Why did you do this wrong? And the reasons they would give us is, hey, we didn't start from here. We started from Congo. There was war and stuff. So what reasons are we going to give our kids when you also don't speak up? So me, to the young people out there, I feel it is our time. I mean, democracy even gives us an advantage because it talks about numbers, and we have the numbers. So let's go and embrace that. Let people not take advantage of us. Let's actually use that advantage to our gain. Yeah.
Other than being inspired by the things you see affecting Maracha Constituency, do you have some role models in the political space that inspire you?
Of course, me, I'm inspired by people who do good.
Like who?
People who do good. I so much learn from all walks. You understand?
But I'm quite sure
there are good things I can take from the president of Uganda.
Oh, so you inspires you?
He inspires me somewhere. You understand? Especially in his youthful age, what he used to do, he spoke up about things that happened at that time. You understand? The election rigging was going on place, and he stood up for that. And then the wars that were going on, and he stood up for that, and we kind of have some small peace. You understand? And then also to the opposition, I've seen a lot. I've been following a lot. People like Dr. Kiza Besije also standing in for a lot. There are things that I've learned from him. Bobby Wine, Honorable Sentamu. I've also learned a lot from him. You understand? So it is always a collect. I always collect from many. Me, I go with the good.
All right. Let us look at the vision for the future. Where do you see Maracha Constituency in the next 5 to 10 years?
If given the mandate or not?
If given the mandate.
If given the mandate, of course, we have our manifestos that we make. We are going to make sure, if given the mandate, they're going to be put in place. We should so much help the people, like in the health sector. We should make sure the student, the education sector is also apprised. We should make sure the infrastructure is put somewhere, the agricultural. We should look at the markets, the plight of the women also, you understand? So we're going to divert in a lot of things. Yeah.
Well, before I let you go, I want to ask you, ask your view about the age limit and the term limits. Do you think we should amend the law again to reinstate the term limits and the age limit? Initially, because the president could only serve 2 terms, and then leave another person, and
I feel that would be appropriate, because in nation building you can't do everything alone. That is what I mean.
Well, the person who inspires you is doing exactly that.
I didn't say I picked everything from him.
Okay.
I don't know whether you got me well. I picked it. I picked the good.
So the good inspires you.
There are so many goods. The coin has 2 sides.
Yeah.
Much as people say someone is bad, but you listen to them, listen to what they have to say, and listen to what they have done. Yeah. And he has actually also inspired so many. You listen to the history of all the uprising political people. You understand? So there is a lot.
So you feel the term limits, it was wrong for us to have amended the law to get rid of the term limits?
I feel it was a little wrong, because in a nation building, everyone is involved. And there is no one who is going to be here forever. So go there, do what you can for the people. When they feel they still need you, they give it to you. When they feel what you're doing is not up to what you promised to them, they let you go.
You have the same views about the age limit?
Yeah, I have the same view about that.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone has a way of view. Everyone has a mandate to come and add to a nation building, to the society, uprising of our society. Once you feel you've added something enough, let also others take the mantle and carry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would be your final words to the people of Maracha Constituency as we get up to the election circle?
The people of Maracha, they should know that I'm here now.
Yeah.
I'm going to contest and try to win their hearts with the ideas that I'm going to bring. They should also actually listen more to people who are coming. Let them listen to divergent views. There are people who could also be having better views than mine. That one I can't dispute. So they should listen to people who are coming to grow our nation, our society. People who are coming to add up to our society. Let's not focus on money. Let's not focus on consumables that people are going to bring, because someone is going to give you soap today, and someone will give you sugar or salt, a thing that you'll use in a day, but you would have sold our constituency for 5 years. You understand? So people should be very careful about that.
Okay.
Let's go in for more ideas and policies that these people are bringing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Agadribo Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Monopoly bad character. I don't know how that the idea of the name came up.
The idea, you want to know about the Monopoly name, I think I got it from high school. It was a nickname.
Okay.
There was a question about Monopoly market structures actually in economics that I passed so well, and that is where the Monopoly nickname came in.
Okay. How about the bad character?
The bad character is actually the translation of my name, Agadribo. I went to school and the teacher was asking me, actually schooled in Central, and the teacher was asking me, what does Agadribo mean? So I also went home to ask my mom and dad, what does the name mean? They told me the name means a person who gives a lot of headache. Okay, mom was telling me a person who gives a lot of headache, a person who has bad character. That is how I just got it into that.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Agadribo Emmanuel, for coming through, for giving us your time, and also sharing with us about you and what you intend to do for your political future. We are hoping to have you next time again, now that we're getting into the electoral processes.
I'm a call away.
Yeah, thank you so much. Well, for those of you who have been watching us, thank you so much for always watching the PoliChat Podcast. We'll be back here next week on Wednesday, because we have another interesting episode as well to give out to you. Thank you.